People are creating breathtaking cinematic shorts that look like they were shot on real cameras, and I have finally cracked the repeatable workflow to make it happen. Today, I want to walk you through the entire process, from one simple idea all the way to a finished cinematic short. At the end of this video, I'll drop the exact prompts, tips, and little tricks that I use to get these results. But first, we need to address the biggest lesson I learned the hard way. You absolutely cannot start by firing up a generator and just winging it. Most creators make that mistake, and that is precisely why so many AI clips end up feeling like a random playlist of unrelated shots instead of a single coherent story. You inevitably end up with the wrong character in the wrong frame, dialogue that does not line up, or totally mismatched locations. It is exactly like trying to build complicated furniture while the parts are still stuck inside the box. The very first thing I do is plan the whole thing out on paper, like a tiny film treatment, before I ever touch a generator. I usually open a writing assistant and sketch out the bones of the story, including the key characters, the locations, and the beats in chronological order. I also write a little character sheet for every person, including their age, build, wardrobe vibes, and 2 or 3 reference poses. I map out the locations with mood notes, and I block the scenes so I know exactly which shot comes first, second, and third. This is the step that keeps everything consistent later, and it saves you from spending more time fixing continuity errors than actually creating. Once the plan is locked, I build my assets with consistency in mind, because retyping descriptions is a recipe for disaster. Instead of generating from scratch, I save my characters as reusable elements that I can call back into later prompts with a tag. Think of it like casting the same actor in every scene so their face, hair, and clothes all match perfectly across your cuts. Do the same for your locations. Make the park, the apartment, and the rainy street as standalone, consistent elements. When you want to place people in them, don't ask the model to dream up the whole set every single time. Pull the saved background and the saved characters and compose them into a single frame for the AI to process. I prefer to create a base frame where everyone's placement is locked, like the male lead sitting at one end of a bench. These static references are what you will animate from, and they are the key to keeping eye lines consistent across your shots. Before animating, I always nail the look, because the single biggest upgrade to making things feel cinematic happens in color grading. I apply a black and white film grade to my reference images, keeping the grain and tweaking the contrast. Then I save those references. If the references already contain the filmic lighting and texture, any motion generated from them inherits those qualities in a much more reliable way. When it is time to make these frames move, there is a trick. Be precise about your virtual camera setup. For that cinematic cinema look, I love an anamorphic lens feel at 35mm with a wide aperture to get that soft background separation. I also use an ultra-wide 21:9 aspect ratio to add those black bars that immediately tell the viewer this is film. Structuring my prompts in JSON is another thing that helped me a ton, because it makes models follow directions more consistently. When the model gets a clear instruction object instead of a vague paragraph, you get less ambiguity and fewer artifacts. Okay, generate one shot at a time, pulling in your graded references and your saved characters for every single render. Most shots will come out clean, but expect little glitches where a character takes the wrong path or an object appears out of nowhere. This is where Vizard shines in a way that is actually practical for creators who work with long-form footage. If you already have a long video, like an interview or a podcast, Vizard will find the viral moments for you and cut them into ready-to-post clips. Instead of starting entirely from scratch, I often mix my generated cinematic scenes with clips Vizard pulls from my longer footage. Vizard's auto-editing will pick the best beats and even suggest hook lines, which is perfect for adding reaction shots to your story. Here's a common workflow I use. I generate the dramatic moments, then use Vizard to extract the raw performer reactions from my longer footage. You can color grade those raw reactions to match your AI footage so they slot into the timeline seamlessly. Vizard's content calendar and auto schedule mean you can plan how these short pieces get rolled out across platforms without constant babysitting. Once I have my individual video clips, I bring them into an editor for basic trimming and aligning the cuts to the dialogue. This editing phase is where AI-generated work really starts to feel polished as you fix the minor glitches and layer in sound design. Next, you need to upscale your output because most generators deliver 1080p, but we want to deliver in crisp 4K. Always keep your frame rate at 30 frames per second because bumping to 60 makes it feel like a gaming feed, which kills the cinematic vibe. Vizard is truly different because it focuses on the creator workflow around long videos, which makes it a unique tool in your arsenal. It doesn't replace specialized generators for stylized visuals, but it complements them by handling the clip selection and distribution side. Vizard bundles the key bits that creators actually need, like clip picking and a content calendar to keep everything organized. The last step is delivery, where you drop your cleaned clips into your editor and align them to the natural beats. If you generated any dialogue with an AI, make sure your lip sync is tight or use voice overlays that match the performance energy. Finally, render. Run the upscaler and export your master file so you are ready to publish. If you used Vizard for the clip selection, you can publish directly from its calendar so your new cinematic short goes live on autopilot. It is that combo that made me stop losing half my day to continuity fixes and start shipping consistent cinematic shorts that actually get engagement. I'll drop the exact prompt patterns and the grading presets in the notes, so try this out and let me know which part you want me to break down next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.